here. We're going to go ahead and get started. So we always get started by getting centered. So I'll have you just sit tall. And if it's not okay to cross your legs, you can try extending one or even both legs forward. We're just going to be here for a couple of minutes to help turn off the outside world and tune into what's going on in here, okay? So sitting as tall as you can, spine lengthening toward the ceiling, feel your shoulders and arms just fall down your body, down the back of your body. Feel your eyes close. And we'll start by bringing your awareness to your breath in the body. So as you inhale, you'll feel the body expand. And as you exhale, you'll feel the body contract or relax. Now, you don't have to effort here too much. You don't have to strain in the breath, but just allow yourself to be aware of that waxing and waning, that filling and emptying, the inhale and the exhale. It might feel good to be present with your breath in this moment. Then you may also notice other qualities. Maybe the breath feels labored. It feels effortful to breathe. Don't worry, we'll fix that later. Maybe you notice that the movement of your breath in your body is happening more in your chest, or maybe you feel it more down in your abdomen. Maybe both. Maybe it's a big movement. Maybe it's a small movement. Aware of the breath in the body. And this awareness here, it's doing one thing in two different ways. You're aware of the sensation in your body, the breath moving, expanding, and contracting, which helps to bring you to the present moment. And then the awareness of the breath itself is also helping to ground you in the present moment. So we're not worried about what happened before we got here tonight. And we're not concerned about what might happen once we're done. Right here, right now, this breath, this inhale, and this exhale. So with that idea in mind, coming to the present moment, take just a few more of these conscious breaths. Good. And then go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together in front of you, lower the chin, and just honor yourself as you are in this moment, just as your body is, your breath, your mind. And just set the intention that the work we do here tonight is for you. It's for your body, for your mind, for all of it. So go ahead and rub palms together, creating heat. And take those warm palms over your eyes. And brushing over the top of the head, down the neck. Go ahead and bring yourself back to your space. Welcome back. Now, if you're sitting on any props, go ahead and move them off to the side for now. And then we're going to come to lay down to start. So just coming to lie down on your back. Take your time getting there. And hug your knees into your chest when you get there. And again, continue to go at your own pace to get to your back. And once you're on your back, feel the back body pressing into the floor and feel your breath again moving in your body, aware of the inhale and exhale. Good. And then keeping your right knee pulled into your chest, go ahead and extend the left leg all the way down to the floor and flex both feet. Pull the toes back on both feet. Feel the gentle stretch in the hip here. And then keeping again the right knee drawn into the chest, hold behind the thigh with both hands interlaced behind the thigh. And now with your inhale, straighten your right leg toward the ceiling, pull the toes back, reaching up through the heel so the back of the leg lengthens. And then exhale, bend your knee and bring it back into your chest. And then again, inhale, extend the leg toward the ceiling, pull the toes back, and exhale, knee to chest, bending the knee. Please continue. Inhale, extend, and exhale, bend. Starting to build some length in the back of that right leg. And there's also a little bit of movement in the hips as we start to warm up. Good. Now straighten the leg toward the ceiling. Keep it straightened and point your toes away from you and then pull your toes toward you. And then point the toes away from you and then pull the toes toward you. Point and pull. Point and pull. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, bring the knee back into your chest. And then go ahead and straighten your right leg down to the floor. Notice the difference between the two legs, even after just that simple movement. And then we're going to go ahead and balance that out as well. So when you're ready, bring your left knee into your chest and just hold it here for a few rounds of breath. Flex both feet again, toes pointing toward the ceiling, pulling them back. That gentle stretch in the hip. Good. And then hold behind the thigh with both hands. And with your inhale, extend the leg toward the ceiling, pull the toes back, stretch. And then exhale, bend the knee, bring it back into your chest. Inhale, extend the leg straight up, reaching through the heel. And exhale, knee to chest, bending the knee. Do that a few more times on your own, straightening it on inhale, bending the knee on exhale. Again, working to feel length in the back of this leg. Good. One more time. Inhale, extending the leg. Keep it extended. And again, point the toes away from you. And exhale, pull them back. Point and pull. Point and pull. A few more times. Keep going. Breathe, especially if this makes you feel agitated. Sometimes these poses can bring up some emotions. That's okay. That's okay. Point and pull, point and pull. Good. Go ahead and bring the knee back into your chest and extend the right leg down to the floor. Good. Please bring your right knee back into your chest. Pull it in. Good. Now keep the right knee drawn in and take your arms out to the sides, making a T shape with your body, or you could also bend the elbows and do cactus arms. But try to keep the shoulders grounded. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, take your right knee across the body toward the floor on your left side. Inhale, unwind. So we're just doing a bit of twisting here. Exhale, twist again. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. Twice more, twist and unwind. Twist and unwind. Go ahead and bring that right leg back down to the floor. Draw your left knee in. Keep it drawn in. Take the arms out to the sides again. Deep breath in. And with the exhale, take the left knee across the body toward the floor on your right side. Then inhale, unwind. Again, try to keep the shoulders grounded. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. A few more times on your own. Good. One more time, twist. And inhale, unwind. Good. All right. Bring both knees into your chest again. And holding on to the shins just below the knees, take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, curl your chin in towards your throat, bring your forehead up toward your knees, shoulders lift. Stay up for the inhale. And exhale, release the head and shoulders back down. Just a little bit of core work here. Exhale, curl back up again, forehead in the direction of your knees. And exhale, carefully release back down. We're going to do 3 more. With your next exhale, curl on up. And then exhale, curl on down. Exhale, curl on up. Curl on down. One more time. Exhale, curl up. Stay up for 3 breaths this time. Really feeling your core engaged here to keep you lifted. Deep breath in. And exhale, carefully release on down. Beautiful. Go ahead and release the knees. Bring your feet flat to the floor, knees bent, heels stacking underneath your knees, and your feet are about hip distance apart, prepping for bridge pose. Good. Now, keeping your hips on the ground to start here. With your next inhale, lift your fingertips toward the ceiling, and then all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you. And then exhale, reach the fingertips toward the ceiling again, and then back down to your sides. Inhale again, lift the arms up and over. And then exhale, reach your arms up and then back down. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale, reaching up and then down. Keep moving the arms. Let's add the hips now. Lifting the arms, also pick up the hips. Reach your pelvis toward the ceiling, bridge pose. Exhale, release your arms and hips back down. Inhale, lifting back into bridge. And exhale, releasing down. Again, inhale, lift. And lower. Moving at your pace. If I'm going too quick, it's okay. Just keep going at your own pace. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lowering down. Now with this next round, we're going to change it up just a little bit. Inhale, lifting up. Leave your arms resting above you. With your exhale, roll down the spine, a single vertebrae at a time, one, then the other, articulating the spine until the hips touch the floor. And then inhale, reverse that. Scoop the pelvis under. Roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time until you come into your highest expression of this pose. And then exhale, roll back down again. So we're rolling on the spine here. Now I'm instructing this as inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. If it takes you a couple more breaths to do that, that's okay. Inhale, lifting up, rolling up. And exhale, rolling down. Let's do a couple more, rolling up, rolling down. Last one, rolling up, inhale. When you come to your highest expression of the pose, go ahead and stay for about 3 or 4 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale again, roll down a single vertebrae at a time. Good. And then bring your arms on down as well. Good, getting this whole body nice and warmed up. We're gonna do a little bit more work here now for your hips. So keep your left knee exactly where it's at right now. And then go ahead and cross your right ankle center of the left thigh, okay? Center of the left thigh, like so. Now, once you make that connection, you wanna flex the right foot, pull the toes back. This helps to protect the ankle and the knee. And then your arms can just relax down by your sides. We're gonna do half bridge here. So again, keep that right foot flexed. When you're ready, pick up your hips, reach your pelvis as high as you can, which might not be as high as bridge pose. That's okay. And then exhale, carefully release the hips back down. Again, inhale, lift the hips. And exhale, lower them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more times. Inhale, press up. And exhale, slowly lower your hips back down. Keep the leg crossed. Keep the foot flexed. And then pick up the left foot. Bring the knee in toward your chest. Now, with both hands, you can reach uh, between the legs with the right hand and hold behind the left thigh, like a connection like so. Now, it's tempting here to start yanking the leg in toward your chest. Don't do that. Pull it gently into the point where you start to feel a stretch and stay at that point and breathe at that point. It's likely there's some tightness you're sensing, maybe down in the right hip. Maybe it's in some of the muscles or joints of the leg. Definitely keep that right foot flexed. And stay for about 2 more breaths. And then carefully release the left foot back to the floor and uncross. If you need to straighten one or both legs to the floor for a moment, you can. And then we're going to do the other side. So go ahead and bend your right knee, bring the foot flat to the floor, heel underneath the knee, and then flex the left ankle center of the right thigh. Left ankle center of the right thigh. And then flex that foot, pull the toes back on it, again protecting the ankle and the knee here. Your arms can rest gently by your sides, and we'll do this half bridge. When you're ready, press the right foot into the floor, lift the hips into the air. Then exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale and exhale. 3 more times. You're halfway there. One more time. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower on down slowly. Now keep the ankle crossed where it's at. Keep the foot flexed. Pick up the right foot. Bring the knee in toward your chest. And then reach behind the right thigh with both hands. And gently guide the right knee in toward your chest. Now, again, don't yank it in. Bring it to the point where you start to feel the stretch and then breathe at that point. Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. Again, breathe. We'll stay for just a little bit longer. Keep that left foot flexed. Good. All right. Now, when you're ready, carefully bring that right foot back to the floor. and uncross the legs just as you need to. So we're going to do just a few more postures here on our backs, then I promise we'll get up and do a bit more dynamic movement with the whole body. But there's some more stuff we can do for the legs and for the back here. So have your feet flat on the floor, and then take your feet as wide apart as your yoga mat, okay? And then walk your feet away from your body about 6 more inches, so away from the hips. Good. Now, for this next exercise, keep the feet mat width apart, as wide as your mat, okay? Don't bring them together. It's tempting to do, but don't do it. Your arms can relax out to the sides. And with an inhale, drop your knees to the right. Let the left hip pick up a little bit. And then exhale, ground your lower back to the floor and bring the knees back to center. And then inhale, drop your knees to the left side, the right hip picking up a little bit. And then exhale, ground the back to the floor again, coming back to center. And we're just going to keep doing that. Inhale, knees to the right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, knees to the left. And exhale back to center on your own, inhaling to a side, exhaling back to center. Just feeling a looseness in your hips as you move from side to side. And there's that engagement of the lower abdomen as you ground your lower back to the floor with your exhale. Now, we haven't done anything really for the neck yet here. So if you want to, your head can turn the opposite direction of your knees. So if your knees fall to the left, your chin can go to the right, and same on the other side. Just a few more times from side to side, feeling the legs loose in your hip sockets. And again, there's this engagement of the lower back and lower abdomen. Good. And bring the knees back to center. Pause for a moment. And then go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. And then take the knees wide, bring the soles of the feet together. Now, from here, you're going to reach down and grab hold of either your shins, your ankles, or for those of you with longer arms, maybe even the pinky edge of the feet. Whatever connection you're making, draw your feet in toward your pelvis. Taking the knees wide. Nice stretch for the hips here. Good. Now we're going to transition into another pose from this posture. So sort of keep your right leg where it's at and keep holding on to the right foot and extend your left leg down to the floor. Now, if that's too intense for you, just bring the left foot to the floor, keep the knee bent, okay? But if you can, extend the leg all the way down. Now, with both hands holding onto the foot or the ankle or the shin, you're going to start to bring the leg a little bit more toward the center line of your body and start to bring it closer to your belly or your chest. Now, keep the right foot flexed. This is protecting the ankle and the knee joint here. And breathe. Good. Now from here, you're just going to turn the hip. So you're bringing the foot into its, or the leg into its normal, straightforward alignment, just hugging the knee into the chest. and then extend the leg down. Good. Now, whether you liked that or not, we do have to do the other side, and I kind of want to start with it from the same place we started with the first side. So bring both knees into your chest again. Bring the soles of the feet together and take the knees wide, butterfly, holding on to the ankles, the shins, or the pinky edge of the feet. Getting established here. And then again, keeping the left leg this time where it's at. Keep holding on to that shin, ankle, or foot, and extend the right leg either all the way down to the floor or bring the right foot to the floor with the knee bent. All right. Once you have that where it's going to be, draw the shin more toward the center line of your body. Okay. And then with both hands holding onto the ankle, the foot, you're just going to start to draw the leg closer to your chest and belly and keep that left foot flexed. And breathe. Good. One more breath here. And then go ahead and turn the hip, bring the knee back into its normal hugged in position. And then extend the leg to the floor and just notice feeling in the legs and the hips and wherever else you might be sensing things. All right. When you're ready, please roll to your right side. And we'll come on up to hands and knees. All right. Just going to hydrate real quick. You can too if you want. Finally made it to hands and knees. So you can be forward on your mat like this. For the sake of demonstration, I'll face the camera. But your hands will be underneath your shoulders, knees beneath the hips, or slightly further back. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Look forward. Exhale, sink all the way back into child's pose. Seat to the heels, forehead to the floor. And then inhale, come back up to hands and knees and stay in hands and knees. Good. Now from here, you're going to step your left foot out to the side and have the leg in line with the hip bones here. So not too far back, not too far forward, but right out to the side. And then ground the left side of your left foot into the floor. Now your hands are still where they were at for hands and knees. Good. Now from here, roll the shoulders down the back and then think about curling your tailbone toward the ceiling. So you're kind of creating a little bit of a dip in your lower back. Keep that there. Keep the tailbone lifting as you glide backwards. Going as far as you can comfortably, feeling that stretch on the inner thigh, and then inhale, coming back up. Good, let's do that again. Exhale, gliding backwards, keeping the hips or the tailbone lifting behind you. Inhale, come back up. We're gonna do this just a few more times. Exhale back. Inhale back up. Exhale, gliding back, tail lifting. Inhale back up. Why not? One more time. Good. Then inhale back up. Go ahead and step the left knee in, and then we will do the other side. Right foot straight out to the side. Again, the leg is in line with the hip bones, not back, not forward, but straight out to the side. Ground through the right side of the right foot. And again, hands are in the same position they were for hands and knees. Roll the shoulders down the back and lift your tailbone. Keeping the tailbone lifting, glide back. And then inhale, come back up. Again, keep the tail lifting, glide back and up. A few more times. Exhale, gliding back and up. Again, keep the tailbone lifting. One more time, gliding back and up. Good. Go ahead and step that right knee in. Sink back into child's pose. And then inhale back up to hands and knees. Go ahead and curl the toes under, lift into downward facing dog. Now we have done some work for the hamstrings, but if you want to, you can still walk the dog out a bit here, pressing a heel to the floor, bending the opposite knee, and at the same time feel length in your spine. The hip bones are reaching toward the ceiling behind you. A couple more times. And then inhale, float back down onto hands and knees. This time, bend your elbows in towards your chest, or into your waist, sorry, and bring the chest to the floor. Release the hips back, coming onto your abdomen. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, elbows bent and squeezing in towards your sides. Feel your pelvis grounding into the floor. With your next inhale, go ahead and lift the head, chest, and the legs, coming into locust pose. Exhale, release down. Again, inhale, lift locust, head, chest, and legs lifting. Exhale, release. We're going to do 3 more times. Inhale, lift the head, chest, and legs. Exhale, float down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, just for fun, lifting on up. Lowering on down. Good. Take an adjusting breath. And then go ahead and curl the toes under. Press the floor forward to push up to hands and knees. And let's come back into downward facing dog, lifting the hips into the ceiling. Good. And then from here, walk your hands carefully back toward your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. And let the knees be just a little bit bent here. Drape the upper body down over the legs. Release the shoulders, the head, the arms, the neck. Your chin dropping in towards your throat. And notice where you're resting the weight of your body in your feet. And if it's more toward your heels, I'll just ask you to lean forward just ever so slightly, bringing some of the weight into the balls of your feet. And this will give you more of a stretch in the backs of your legs and in your lower back as well. Good. Now from here, go ahead and bend your knees a little bit more and begin to roll yourself all the way up to standing, stacking the spine one vertebrae at a time. The chin is the last to lift. Made it standing too. All right. So I want us to do just a little bit more for our backs and for our hips today. So I'm going to ask you to take a wide stance on your yoga mat. So you have to turn so that both feet are still on the mat because it can get kind of unstable if we don't do that. And to start, I'm going to ask you to have your toes pointing directly forward, okay? So not out to the sides, but directly forward. If anything, you're pigeon toeing a little bit here, toes pointing inward just slightly. And when we come to fold forward here in a moment, this will give you more access to the backs of your legs and even your lower back, okay? Let's spend some time getting there. With your arms down by your sides, with your next inhale, sweep your arms out to the sides and overhead. Exhale, think about hinging at your hips as you swan dive and fold down over the legs. Inhale, reverse that. Sweep the arms out to the sides with a strong back. Lift yourself all the way back up. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, coming all the way up. Nice strengthening for the back here. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale up. And this time, fold all the way forward and stay forward. Good. So from here, with your hands or fingertips on the floor, lift your chest up about halfway. And again, we're going to do a bit more work for the hips here. So taking a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your right knee. Bring the knee forward slightly. You're going to feel a stretch on the inside of the left leg and keep the left foot on the floor, grounding through the pinky edge. Good. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Then exhale, bend the left knee. Ground the right foot to the floor. Inhale, straighten the leg. And we're just going to go from side to side. Exhale, bend the right knee. Sink in. Inhale, come out. Exhale, bend the left knee. Sink in. Inhale, come out. And just keep going from side to side, moving dynamically from one side to the other. We will be holding this pose eventually, but it's just good to let the body know where we're going before we get there. Just a little courtesy call. Now take your time getting there, but as you bend your right knee this time, please stay in that pose, all right? Again, you're grounding through the pinky edge of the left foot. If you want to, for stability, you can walk your hands to the right so they're still underneath your shoulders. And try to have your chest parallel to the floor. Try not to drop your head here. Keep it lifted. And breathe. Good. Inhale, straighten the right knee. Walk the hands back to center if they've moved. Fold forward for a moment. Good. Then inhale with the hands or fingertips on the floor. Lift yourself up halfway again, looking at the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend your left knee. Sink into this side. Again, if you want to, you can walk your hands to the left underneath your shoulders. Ground through the pinky edge of your right foot. And breathe. And breathe. Good. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Walk the hands back to center if they've moved. And again, fold forward. Good. All right. Inhale, lift yourself up halfway. And actually, I just changed my mind. Fold back forward. Then inhale, sweep the arms out to the side of the strong back. Come all the way up. And release your arms on down. Good job. That happens sometimes. I change my mind. The reason is because I want to get us into another posture, but with a little bit of grace and hopefully some ease as well. So right now we have both feet, toes pointing directly forward. What I'm going to ask you to do is keep your left foot where it's at, but then turn your right toes toward the right side of your yoga mat. And now we're kind of in a warrior two stance. All right. Why not? We'll do like you warrior two just once or twice. We're here. We're here. So take your arms out to the side over the legs. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale, bend your right knee toward the middle toe. Sink into warrior two. I wasn't planning on doing this, but we're here. Why not? Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, sink back in. Inhale, come back up. Let's sink in and hold for 3 breaths. Good. Go ahead and straighten the leg. Now keep the arms extended. Keep the right leg straight, not locked, but straight. Then exhale, reach your right arm forward like you're trying to grab somebody's hand in front of you. Then inhale, come back up. Again, exhale, reach forward. You might feel a stretch on the inner thigh here. Inhale, come back up. 2 more times. Exhale, reach. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, reach as far forward as you can. Then bring the right hand down onto your right shin. Drop the left arm down to the floor, and then reach it forward in front of you. And then backstroke the arm into the air, rolling the left shoulder back, maybe even looking up with the chin, coming into triangle pose. And breathe. Now, from this posture, get light on your right hand, the one that's on the floor, or on the shin, I should say. And then go ahead and extend the right arm straight forward. And then go ahead and lift yourself all the way up to standing and release the arms on down. Good. I hope you liked that because we're going to do it on the other side. So your right toes are pointing to the right side of your mat. Go ahead and turn them to point directly forward. And then turn your left toes toward the left side. I like how this works. Now, because I was inspired to do Warrior Two on the first side, we're going to do it this side as well. So go ahead and extend the arms out to the sides. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale, bend your left knee toward its middle toe. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, sink back in. Inhale, lift back up. We're going to go and hold for 3 breaths. Go ahead and bend the knee. Sink in and breathe. Good. Inhale, straighten the left knee. Now, the leg is straight, but the knee is not locked back. You want to keep just a little bit of give there. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach your left hand as far forward as you can, like you're trying to grab somebody's hand in front of you. And then inhale, come back up. And then exhale, reach forward again. Inhale, back up. 2 more times. Reach and lift. And this time we'll transition into triangle. So reach as far forward as you can. Bring the left hand down onto the left shin. Right arm drops down. Reach the right arm forward and then backstroke the arm into the air, rolling the right shoulder back, looking up if you can, and breathe. Triangle pose. Almost there. Keep rolling the right shoulder back and begin to think about getting light on that left hand. And when you're ready, extend the left arm forward and then stand all the way up, nice strong back, and release the arms on down. Turn the left foot parallel to the right again. And then with your exhale, just drape the body down over wide legs for a moment. Nice symmetrical stretch after that asymmetrical work. Good. Hands or fingertips on the floor, lift yourself up halfway. So designate which side of the mat is the top of your mat because we're going to transition into downward facing dog. So from here, you can just turn toward that direction and step a foot back, coming into downward facing dog. If that was confusing, Don't worry about the transition, just coming in down dog. Good. After a few breaths in downward dog, go ahead and float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet. And then exhale, child's pose. Staying here and breathing for a moment. Good. So from child's pose, please come back up to hands and knees. And bend your elbows in towards your waist and bring your chest down to the floor. Good. And hands are underneath the shoulders again, elbows bent. And we're going to come into locust pose one more time. So feeling your pelvis ground into the floor. Squeeze the elbows in towards your sides. Inhale, lift the head, chest, and the legs coming on up. And let's hold for 5 deep breaths. Lift up to your highest point, inhale. Don't collapse. Exhale, carefully release on down. Good. So from here, I'm going to ask you to roll over onto your back. Take your time with that transition, but just flipping yourself over like a pancake. Now I want pancakes. We still have a couple more things to do before we rest here. So go ahead and bring your knees into your chest, both of them, please. And keeping the knees drawn in, take the arms out to your sides. Again, you could do cactus arms if you'd like to. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale, allow your knees to fall to your right side. Relax them down. And as the knees relax toward the floor, think about grounding your left shoulder back down behind you. And you could even turn your chin to the left if you'd like, away from the knees. And we'll rest here for just a few breaths. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind, bring the knees back to center. And just keep taking them to the side, the left side this time. And as they relax down, think about grounding your right shoulder this time, and your chin can turn to the right as well. Again, staying for a few breaths. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind. Hug your knees into your chest when you get there. Good. And then from here, bring the soles of the feet together again, holding on to the shins, the ankles, or again, the pinky edge of the feet. Draw the feet in towards your body. And let's breathe here for a few rounds. All right. When you feel complete in this posture, go ahead and release the legs all the way down to the floor and prepare yourself to rest here on your back for about 4 or 5 minutes. Bringing any support where you need it. And once you come to rest, make sure that your heels are about as wide apart as your yoga mat, and then let the toes flop out to the sides. This allows your hips to relax. Your arms are resting down by your sides, wrists about a foot away from your hips, palms face up. This allows your shoulders to relax. Let your jaw be loose, your eyes soften, and your awareness with your breath, not forcing it, but just aware of the fact that you are breathing and the air flowing into your body, the air flowing out of your body. And just try to stay as present as you can with the breath for the next few minutes. peace, peace, peace. Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath. And make some gentle movements in your hands and feet, your arms and legs. Carefully rolling to your right side. And when you're ready, making your way back up to a seat. And once you've made it to a seat, bring your palms together in front of you and lower your chin. And just honor yourself for the work you've done here tonight. Feeling gratitude to yourself for all of the effort you put forth. And may that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until we meet again, namaste.